Speaking of Hikaru, you just mentioned him. How was that partnership between yourself and Hikaru? He's a completely different player than Magnus.
Yeah,
right?
yes. Since the work with Magnus came to an end, so it's probably came naturally that Rex asked me if I would like to do something with Hikaru, and I said, yeah, why not? The problem is I still very effective because he won. I think he's only Vikanze, yes, only victory,
2011
yes.
he won.
So it was result of we already worked for a couple of months. The problem with Hikaru, and it was not as beneficial because his style is different. So that's why when I asked the same question about world champions, it's already Tal, Fischer, Kasparov. So that's just he was too close to me. So that's why the amount of information and experience I could share with him was not as beneficial as for Magnus, because it basically strengthened him on the territory where he was already strong enough. So I tried to find other other means of upgrading his knowledge of the game of chess, because frankly speaking he read very few chess books. But so that's why it was a progress, but it was not as nearly as effective was Magnus, again because of the style.
And speaking of Hikaru, he's a very special player in a way that he reached a certain pinnacle and then he dropped to like 27-30 at one point. It felt like he's already out. But then he came back in the last couple of years. What do you attribute that resurgence for him?
It's a very interesting question, and I think it's maybe not so much him, but the game of chess. I think it's what's happened is that the nature of the game has changed because of machines. So I think it's what's happening now. We look at the opening. So it's the trend of avoiding very, very super sharp lines. So that's why you don't have to work that hard in these sharp lines. So I think that's the one of the turning points was the MVL failure against Fabi in exactly, yeah. So you had MVL spending 1 year with powerful computers working on the line and then missing one move. So I think it sent a signal that we have to change. And I guess this is the modern nature of the game of chess fits him well, because he's excellent, phenomenal instincts. So it's more about just this instincts and about just making sure that you survive in the middle game and you use every chance. So that's his practical strengths. I don't think he's changed, but again, this is because he can easily skip just through the opening part, and this is again the part that requires very hard work. So and encyclopedical knowledge. So that's why remember that I think it's Ronald Reagan said, I haven't left Democratic Party, the party has left me. So that's why it's it's not that Hikaru he caught up with the game of chess. It's basically game of chess moved to where he was still standing firm.
No, that's also what I felt, because I also thought about this question of like why some players are excelling during different periods. And definitely Hikaru is one of those players who, like, if you give him a technical position or a pure calculation position, he is absolutely exceptional. And some of the weaknesses he had, chess kind of solved it for him. Like his, let's say, opening weaknesses he had at some moment and things like that. Technology has helped him in that sense.
Yep.
No, that's a great insight. And it feels like work is something that is very similar for both of you. You guys are not addicted necessarily to work, but love to put in the work, and it gives you so much extra intangible in terms of performance. So it's very interesting to see that.
But you have to love chess, like as a thing. It just as like a research.
But it's a different type of work than what Hikaru does, for example, right? Hikaru loves a certain type of work, also related to chess, but it's not the same type of work that you guys seem to be enjoying the most.
Yeah, it's still chess, but again, you're right. This is more of a research, finding, new ideas, expanding your horizons. So while Hikaru is more just...
He doesn't care about that much.
Again, it's more about, practical. So this is also communicating with people. So which is, again, very important because, it's just... We play the game of chess. It's not just to enjoy ourselves or just to make money, but also to attract masses. And naturally, Hikaru has a great talent of communicating the game of chess in the simplest terms to attract millions and millions.